So today we're going to be installing, or I'm going to show you how to run our program. So first you want to go to the GitHub repo. It should be in the link in the description. And once you're here, you could obviously read the README to download it and see how it works. But for the purpose of this video, we're just going to just download it. So you want to click on uniscrape.exe. And on the right hand side, there's like this download raw file. So you want to download that. And then you could choose where it goes. We're going to put it on our desktop. So it's going to download. This is our icon. And to run it, you simply just want to double click. And then this dialog box is basically stating that Windows flags our program as unsafe. But rest assured, it's safe. So to run it, you just hit more info and then run anyway. And then it should run. It should open your terminal or CMD for Windows. And basically, you could read the instructions, but for testing, we're going to test out Terraria. So you just want to type it in there and then click enter or hit enter. And then it'll take a while because it's searching the two databases of Steam and GOG. After it's done, you could scroll up to see the results. So most compatible results just shows it's $9.99, and then for GOG it's also $9.99. But then after that it's just the other games that are related. So for Steam it would be here, and then for GOG it would be here. And then you could do the search again by just doing anything, and then you could run the search again. So like Hollow Knight. You can also put in other games that aren't listed in the example, but just for the video. And it should show up all the results for Hollow Knight. And then not only does it have the name or the search name, but also has the requirements you need and the price. And then if you really want to do it, you could click the game page, or there's a link to the game page we can click. So you want to hold Control and then click. And then it opens up the game on Steam. Or if it's on GOG, you could wait. Yeah. Yeah. So that's basically it. And then to exit, you want to type in 40 sec. Then it exits it.
Scrape all of the needed information from the designated websites we needed to find a module for scraping in Python. With some time, we centered on the module Beautiful Soup and URL lib.request. Through the two modules, we were able to get the HTML file of the needed websites and also retrieve the desired contents. By going through the different layers within the HTML files, we were able to retrieve and store the displayed name, link to the game page, the price of the game, and the set of requirements for the device. Here we have the GameObject.py, which has two object classes, GOG name and Steam name. Constructor initializes all the information needed gathered from the scrape.py, and then display all, which displays all the information with the given format. What's added in the GOG game is it checks if the Steam game object is the same with the GOG game object. If they're the same, then we add the Steam game setup list to the GOG game. Steam scrape, which we scrape the information from Steam. We have these lists which are gonna be filled with the information, and this is gonna be filled with the object, which is gonna be returned later. And we separated the user input into keywords, which are going to be compared with the searched game under this tag to see if they're compatible. They're the same. They contain the same keywords. And if they do, then we add the list to it. We add the link to it, and after that, we also add the title through the same method, except we search under the contents of the link already. And then we also add the price if we found none under this tag or under here, then append unavailable or free. And then we go through the game pages, which searches for if there is minimum requirement part. If there isn't, then we append none. If there is, we go through all this process, which checks different sections and append the information as accordingly. After that, at the end, we go through the list and append all the information to the SGame list, which gets returned, which contains Steam game objects. That's basically the same for the GOG scrape. Here, which is the main file, get the user input. We compare if there is the list actually contains information. If they do, then we display the most compatible games on the top, and if they don't, we execute these as accordingly to the situation. And after that, we print out all the information of the list using the display all, as in there and there. That's all. We try to make an auto buying and shopping program, but then we decided that it would take too much time, which is not realistic. So we turned to scraping the games out of game websites such as Steam, Epic, and Microsoft. But out of those three, we only chose Steam due to Epic blocking our scraper and Microsoft being limited on their variety of games. Other than that, after figuring out that fact, we try to look for more websites, but many of the websites have the same problem with the Epic one. Then we found Go.com, which does work properly as we want it to. Then through those, we created the program which gathers information out of those two websites and display them as accordingly.